This next song was has a really interesting history. It's an older song of mine. Not that that's unusual these days, but I had a rude awakening as a musician about when I was I guess several years ago. What I really wanted was an old Martin guitar. This has nothing to do with the song, by the way. But it was just one of the things. I actually had one early on, and through circumstances I didn't have it anymore. But just wanted a really old, rich Martin guitar. And realized that I wasn't going to just no one was just going to give it to me, and I couldn't really afford the guitar I wanted, so I gave up. And I bought this really nice guitar. I was 3 or 4 years old. Just gave up that dream, and then a couple of years ago I pulled it out from under the bed, and it was an old Martin. That's not what I meant. So where was I? Okay. This song I think was written before I got that old Martin, but it's been around a bit. It's had never been a big hit or anything, but a lot of people have sung it. And then a few years ago I got an email from a friend of mine with Rounder Records who had heard this. He told me that Johnny Cash had learned this song and was and the obvious implication was that he was going to record it. Well, I was pretty excited about that, and 3 days later I woke up and turned the radio on, and Johnny Cash had died. Wow. Just hoped it hadn't been my song. But so that's actually, unfortunately, a rather typical music business story. The part that's not typical is that a year and a half later, this song turned up on the album that he had recorded just before he died, and nobody knew that, not that I knew of, not my publisher, not anybody. That's what makes this story unusual. We're the best partners this world's ever seen, together as close as can be. But sometimes it's hard to find time in between to tell you what you are to me. You are the rose of my heart, you are the love of my life, a flower not fading nor falling apart. If your time is to hit on my arm, the rose of my heart. When sorrow holds you in her arms of clay, it's raindrops that fall from your eyes. Your smile's like the sun come to earth for a day. You brighten my blackest of skies. You are the rose of my heart, you are the love of my life, a flower not fading nor falling apart. If you're cold, let my love make you warm, the rose of my heart. Hard times or easy times, what do I care? There's nothing I'd change if I could. The tears and the laughter, things that we share, your hand in mine makes all times good. You are the rose of my heart, you are the love of my life,